Hello, this is Tad Radzinski. I want to thank everybody for joining this informational session today on our upcoming Corporate Responsibility Revolution Strategies to Success seminar that we're going to be having in May. In January, and really appreciate everybody joining on today. This is a pretty informal kind of presentation. I just want to give people some background on the seminar and give you the ability to ask questions. I'm going to run through just a discussion about the seminar and how we're planning to do it. We actually had a very successful seminar on May 7th of 2014, and we had 35 people attend that, and then I have my staff who actually attend as well, and work in very intimate setting on helping people develop a strategy and an implementation plan for their sustainability and corporate responsibility activities. So I want to run through some information about that. But if you do have any specific questions as I go through this, please type them into the question box and I'll respond to them afterwards. This will not be a very long session. I'll probably only be talking for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I can answer questions right after that. But again, I appreciate everybody getting on. And like I said, we had a session on May 7th where we did a seminar down at the Cirrus Center in Philadelphia. As you can see in this image, this is the setup of how we were operating there. Basically, we had a lot of the people that came were either individuals that worked for different companies, or we had some companies that actually sent a group of people. Some people had well-developed sustainability programs, and some people were just starting out and really trying to figure out how to develop a whole sustainability program, where some had sustainability programs that maybe had been fairly mature, maybe a few years old, but they were struggling with taking next steps and trying to get employee engagement, and they were having different issues. And our whole design for this seminar was what I found as a need in the marketplace for the ability for a group to get together and have the ability to really talk about how they take these ideas for sustainability or corporate responsibility and really implement it into their business strategy. If you make sustainability just an add-on program, it's always going to be difficult. People aren't going to want to participate. So we do everything we can to integrate sustainability activities right into your business strategy and utilize that then for just doing your everyday operations and business. And one thing that I've attended a lot of conferences in my life, you go to things like Green Biz and different things like that, and they're really nice where you get to meet people and you hear different speakers talk, but we have never found anything like the seminar that we're doing where you actually can come in, learn about the key aspects of integrating a sustainability program, develop an action plan that you take with you, and then leave and actually go and implement what you learned. One thing that we do provide after the seminar is we have 3 months where we do a forum, and we basically have a go-to meeting where we get together once a month for 3 months, and we actually had one yesterday and it was excellent. We had a very good turnout for that, and some of the attendees that had come to the seminar were commenting on how they used the workbook that we developed, and they were still using that to implement activities within their different organizations, how they were getting great success on getting management support for programs. Some of them had started different initiatives like recycling programs, some product take-back, some education programs. Some were doing sustainability assessments like they learned about in the seminar, and looking at replacing some windows and different electrical components within their buildings to try to save some money and improve their bottom line. And all of that, was just great to hear. It was a great discussion. Actually, some of the people that were on the call had some ideas for others on things that they had done. There was definitely experience sharing. And there was actually a couple manufacturers that were on there that had some products that could actually help some of the folks that were trying to implement some energy efficiency activities within their organization that had attended the seminar. So I definitely guarantee that you're going to definitely gain knowledge, skills, and you're going to have build a network of people. And that's the thing we like to do, is get this network going, keep people connected with the forums we do each month, and then really leaving with an action plan to implement immediately. We definitely work to cover cutting edge aspects of various sustainability initiatives. We talk about sustainability strategy, we talk about action plans, and then just being connected with different individuals. Like I mentioned, we had 35 people attend, and then I bring a lot of my employees and staff actually come to this, and we work in groups. As you can see in this photograph right here, there's some of my employees working with the attendees, and our focus here was working through the workbook, taking all the steps that we had to have everybody have a action plan that they would leave with, that they could implement immediately when they left the seminar. So that is something we definitely pride ourselves in, because I'm sure many of you have been to different seminars or classes where you go there, you learn some things, and then you leave. Everybody that left this seminar had an action plan, and when we talk each month on the forum, they talk about their progress on implementing it, if they're having any struggles or issues or different things like that. So, it's something that we definitely want people to understand, that they can, utilize for the long term and not just learn for the day and leave. And as you can see in this photograph, I definitely work with the groups. I was floating around because we have a series of what we call exercises or workshop programs where people definitely could collaborate, and the folks that did bring multiple people from their company actually worked right on their sustainability strategies while they were in the seminar. So they, as a group, developed their action plan. They went through the entire workbook, which guided them, and many of them have left and taken that workbook, and they continue to use that as they keep their sustainability meetings going, or their green team meetings, different things like that. This is an example of the workbook. This is just a picture of the cover. And then in workshop 2, where we talked about designing your corporate responsibility plan, this is where we were continuing on, and we actually trained everybody on how to do a materiality assessment. That's a very important aspect of any work you're going to do when you're developing sustainability within your organization, understanding what's material to not only you, but to your stakeholders. And that could be your employees, it could be your customers, it could be suppliers, it could be government officials. It just depends on who you're involved with. So this whole workbook is one of the tools that you get, that you take back with you. You complete a big majority of this in the workshop, and then the very end of it is there's an action plan with 5 steps or 10 steps or whatever you're going to do when you get back to your office. And like I said, most people who have been attending the forums after the fact have actually found this very useful and been utilizing it. This is just some of the companies that have attended, and there's more here that have participated, but this is just some of the things that some of the folks said, that they really found it valuable. They were able to create those action plans and take them with them. They really enjoyed the fact that they were meeting with other people that were involved with trying to implement sustainability in their organizations, really trying to make it part of their business strategy. And I think the thing that everybody really liked was the fact that we had these hands-on workshops where I would speak for a while, and then everybody would get into their groups and just work on the workbook, brainstorming, developing plans, discussing issues, discussing things that really worked, and bringing all those specific things into the actual workshop as they were developing it. This is just an overview of what we cover in the workshop. We start out with a discussion of recognizing risks, identifying opportunities, and succeeding in the green marketplace. We'll talk about benchmarking and measurement and the value of that. I do want to make it very clear that this is not a Sustainability 101 workshop. This is a workshop where you're going to come and hit the ground running. Then we do our action-oriented workshop. We do work on materiality, understanding how you can integrate sustainability into your business plan, work on formulating the framework, designing your corporate responsibility program. And that works well for both companies that don't have any program at all. It's really helpful, but even the ones that do, most often, things have worked for a while. Maybe it's a mature program where it's been around 3, 5, 6 years, and they need to update it, or try to get more employee engagement, trying to get more stakeholder engagement, whatever. This is a really valuable aspect for whatever level you're at. Then we have additional workshops. We definitely do a networking lunch where everybody got together and asked a lot of questions, and got to meet each other and learn more about the types of things that people were doing every day. Then we work on, in the afternoon, we have from strategy to success, discussing effective implementation and how you're going to really make it work, and then how you make corporate responsibility really part of increasing the sustainability of your organization, with a focus on triple bottom line, improving profits, reducing environmental impact, improving your social performance. All those things are definitely covered. And this is pretty much what we follow. We have this key steps to a sustainability program that we follow along. Like I said, some people had nothing done at all. Some people were well along on this. But this is a very valuable step-by-step process that we follow. And as we build up to the seminar on January 28th, I will be having monthly webinars that will cover a lot of these topics. And if you actually participate in those webinars, when you come to the seminar, you're going to have a very good knowledge and background about some of the topics we're going to cover. So we don't have to spend a lot of time on the basics. We're going to be able to dive right in and get into the meat of really what we want to achieve, and that's to get everybody a good action plan so they can leave there and really implement what they learned, start to get the rewards of reducing costs, maybe improving sales, maybe reducing environmental impact, maybe getting better employee retention, attraction, whatever your goals are going to be. We definitely tailor this to be very specific to you. So the seminar will be on January 28th. It's going to be at the Hub in Sears Center in Philadelphia. We do provide information on hotels, and we actually had quite a few people that did come in from out of town for this in May this year. So we will provide that information, and we will typically do a dinner the night before. So if there are people coming in the night before that from out of town, we'll get together and we will get out and have the dinner. And like I said, it's been great. And if anybody would even like to talk to, or get some feedback from maybe one or two of the attendees, we'd be glad to provide that information. I do see some of you are on here that, some folks from your organizations did participate, so you can definitely communicate with them and ask them about what they really got out of it. And I would definitely encourage people, if you do have the ability to bring more than one person, there's definitely a value to that. And we actually offer discounted pricing for that for people that bring, 2 or more. And we have found that to be very effective, because one company actually brought 7 people from their whole sustainability team across different divisions and different aspects of the jobs they did. People from operations, people from environmental health and safety, people from manufacturing. And it worked out really well for them. They were able to really develop a great action plan because they brought their whole team together, and they had a whole day of facilitation of getting things together. So that's all I really wanted to talk about today. But like I said, keep an eye out for our webinars. And I do have a couple questions here, and I'll just run through these quickly. The first question states, what do I need to do ahead of time to prepare for this seminar? I don't feel like I know much about sustainability, but I am trying to begin a program in my company. Like I said, the best thing you can do is participate in the webinars we do. We'll do one every month, and I actually have a blog that I do as well, and there's a great deal of information on that blog as far as different videos and recordings on various aspects of what we'll cover in the seminar that will give you a good foundation for that. So I definitely recommend doing that. Next thing it said is, will it be hard for me to attend this seminar by myself versus others from my company? Well, like I mentioned, we had some folks that came individually, and I think they got a lot out of it. They then took that information back and worked with their management team or people within their department to try to really expand what they learned. But I do think the people that came with multiple folks definitely got a very good value in the fact that they were able to really work as a team and just go back and hit the ground running with multiple individuals. Next question, we're doing really well with our sustainability program. How will this program help me? as I may be more advanced than some of the others in the room with our sustainability program? Well, I can tell you the seminar we did in May, we had people that had been doing sustainability work within their company for 5-6 years. And they had management support. They had, a lot of goals. And those folks were actually great to have in the room because they could share their experiences. But they also learned a great deal because there were some things that, they hadn't thought of. There were some ideas they got, especially around, really getting employees pumped up and excited. And most of them also were finding that they struggled with the fact that sustainability was an add-on program. And they wanted to learn how to really make it part of their corporate, their business strategy. This is the way we do business. And we had a lot of examples and a lot of things that they were able to glean from that and take back with them. So I would definitely think that, whatever level you are, I guarantee that you will learn a lot. You'll meet some great people. We'll definitely get to know each other really well. And we will all be able to leave there and make a difference when we leave. And that's really what my whole goal in doing this is. And, being that I teach at Villanova University, most people don't have the time to go and get a formal degree. And a one-day seminar like this is great value, especially when you look at what you're going to pay to go to like a conference like a Green Biz or Sustainable Brands or something like this. This is definitely great value for you. So if there's any questions at all, you can contact Caitlin. You can email me as well. And I would definitely recommend going to the website to learn more, take a look at what's available as far as the blogs and the recorded videos and different webinars. But definitely look for our webinar schedule. And like I said, I really appreciate people getting on today. If there's no additional questions, I will wrap it up right now. But like I said, provide any feedback. I just want to also mention that the reason we're promoting this right now is we had quite a few people last year that weren't able to come because they didn't have it budgeted. So part of our reasoning for getting the information out now early for the January seminar is so if you do need to get something budgeted, you can get it in your budgets right now so you have the money for next year and you're able to come. Because a lot of people said, yeah, we're definitely going to come next year. We're going to build it in. Just let us know when the date was. So we've already got people registered. I also want to make it a point that this is going to be limited access. We're probably going to keep it probably between 30 and 40 people that will allow in the class, and that allows us to have the real close hands-on work that we're going to do. So we are going to limit space, and we do have an early bird registration till December 1st. So again, any questions, let us know. But again, thank you for joining, and I look forward and hope to see some of you at the seminar. I think it'd be great, and we'll definitely get a lot out of it. All right. So if no other additional questions, I don't see any more coming in. Appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you on January 28th. Thank you.